Hi, I'm Brian Murnan. I'm Chairman of Irish Autism Action. Our organisation exists to serve the needs of children and families who suffer from autism in Ireland. We thought it would be a good idea to put today's conference online in order for you to understand the variety of initiatives that we're currently working on to help us advance those needs.
I'm Rachel and this is Claire. LEAP stands for Leading, Educating, Advocating and Planning, and LEAP is a newish group, and to talk, I suppose, in relation to what Linda just stated, LEAP is trying to in some way fill that gap between what we might call big A advocacy, the lobbying piece, and small a advocacy, which is the day-to-day stuff on the ground with parents and with families. LEAP works as a group of parents of children and relatives with autism and with intellectual disabilities in association with professional allies. So we're strategic in that we've partnered with professional allies. We bring our subjectivity to the table, which is a strength but also a weakness as parents when we lobby for our relatives. The professional allies that we work with in LEAP have a more objective, bigger picture. So this is our vision, to support people with intellectual disability and people with autism to be active citizens by strengthening their knowledge, role and influence in partnership with their families. So it's very much about strengthening your hand to actually do what you need to do. Yes, we need big organisations around us to help us as families, sometimes as vulnerable families and individuals, but we also need to strengthen our own hand in terms of our knowledge, our skills, the information we have at our fingertips, and do more for ourselves and hopefully for others. In LEAP we believe that a good life doesn't end with a good service. It begins with a good service, but a good life is all the good stuff we talk about when we talk about a good life. It's the same for our sons and daughters. Okay, so they're the tools in our toolbox: education, training, planning and supports. So LEAP again, leading, educating, advocating for personalisation and planning. What we plan on doing, we got Genio funding, we're delighted. We were awarded some money from Genio to run a series of workshops which commence next month, later this month, in the NIID. We have a workshop that will be, a leaflet that will be hot off the presses, and we'll get that out through Irish Autism Action, Inclusion Ireland and the other groups that are behind us when we get together as LEAP, and we'll get that out to all of you.
I suppose just in terms of the workshops that we are planning on offering, we're just tidying up locations at the minute in terms of venues and that. And so the first workshop is around communications and support. These aren't offered in any particular order, by the way. This is just the suite of workshops that we're offering. The communications and support, the first one is running in the NIID in Trinity, and it's around self-care in order to prevent burnout, stress management, networking and learning from other parents, listening skills as a means of enhancing relationships both within the family and with service providers, assertiveness skills as a way of claiming rights and having needs met. The second one is an introduction to person-centred planning. I suppose the key part around person-centred planning is that if and when personalisation does come to Ireland, person-centred planning will be a key part of how we plan services, of how people will plan their services. The third one is around how to use circles of support for people with disabilities. Circle of support build on the idea of person-centred planning, so it's about building key people around the person, around someone with a disability in their lives and their family. And I suppose the last two workshops then on Pathways to Possibilities, this is I suppose where the Alliance, a lot of the principle of LEAP came from. A lot of us have attended Pathways to Possibilities, which is a course where parents or people with disabilities themselves and family members can attend this course. It's about planning in partnership with a professional ally. So basically there's no professionals there unless they're invited by the person themselves or their family member. And it's about planning. It's about person-centred planning. It's about planning in a way that I suppose is positive. It's a different experience to what people had traditionally experienced of planning. We're basically we're running each of those suites of workshops. So those workshops 1 to 4 anyway, and the last 2 we'll probably run as 2 national. I think it's 2 national workshops. But we're running them in Dublin, Cork and Longford. We were trying to cover the country as best we could, so we took out the map and stuck a few pins in it. So we've gone for Dublin, Cork and Longford for now. The plan is that we will offer more. We obviously, that's what the GNO funding is allowing us to now, but we're going to review when we're finished how we've gotten on with it, what's coming up, what people are telling us, where we need to go next. And I suppose in terms of contact information, I suppose like Jim had said about in the previous presentation, we are fairly fledgling as well. We're feeling our way through this, but we'd be really interested in anything that people would like to tell us. Obviously, we really want to fill the workshops. We really want to make a success of this. So if you have an interest, you can either contact us, and like Rachel said, we will email out through IAA. But if you want to contact us in the meantime, you can email us at leap@ireland.com.
Well, thank you for viewing our series of presentations today. We hope you found them stimulating and informative. If you'd like to make further contact with us to clarify anything that you've heard, please feel free to make contact with us. You'll find details on our website, www.autismireland.ie.